going to be stuck here under this bridge right here at Harrisburg, Pennsylvania for about 3 hours. I don't feel like riding in the rain. Well, I left Long Island this morning and I'm in Virginia. I don't know where I'm at in Virginia because I'm in an area where the GPS don't work for miles. It just, even the maps where I was using that just ended up leaving the road and just going into nowhere land. But anyhow, on this road, there's places to pull off. And let's see, I'm going to turn this around if we can. Anyway, I pulled up in here, got around these roots and stuff because my bike's low. Came up in here. Just kind of get around, you know, the high spots, make sure there weren't no big rocks. Made a U-turn with the bike, get it parked to pull out. And you can see somebody else is camped here. But I kind of scouted around. It's getting ready to get dark. I could have got here in West Virginia quicker. I just wanted to get in the country so I could camp. But I had to stop under bridges a few times because of the rain. But here's something I noticed. This has really been dug out. And you know what? I just don't see kids camping or grown people camping, getting under a rotten log and just start pulling out under it. Well, anyhow, I'm getting ready to get the gear off my motorcycle because it's probably going to rain again. Well, it's not quite dark yet, and I got camp set, so I'm getting ready to call it a night. Well, good morning. I know I'm in West Virginia. I spent the night. I moved the motorcycle from where the last video showed it because I got to looking and there was a great big tree that was hanging over. I mean, leaning. Someone had cut all the bark all the way around it off. And I looked up it and the top was out. And I mean, it's really tall and it's good size round. And I'm like, my luck, it'll fall. It didn't fall yet. I mean, but it. So I moved it, and right where I was going to put the tent on the highest ground was kind of in line with it too. So I just moved it a little further, closer over where you can see where you're coming in. Now, when I was talking yesterday, probably made it sound like it's illegal to camp here, but it's not. It's actually in West Virginia. There's a street through here, and people camp ever so far apart. Hardly no traffic. I mean, there's more on dirt roads. And even before dark, and there's just not hardly any traffic. But anyhow, on my way out, I came in some back way where this paved road got worse and worse, smaller, no lines. The road was riffled so bad it was running my bike all over it. Then no edges, I mean, no edge, you know, a gate or fence, whatever, railings. And then it came up at the top of the mountain, it became a dirt road. And I'm like, oh my God. You know, GPS is, I hope it's sending me a wrong, bad back way again like it always does. And it did. Because then after I come down, the road was better than it ever was. When it ran into the road, turned back into road. And then I come down just a little ways and boom, this road right here. And it's in great shape. I mean, it doesn't have the lines on the edge by the grass, but it's got the double yellow lines down the middle. It's smooth. No traffic though. So There is a sign up there that tells the name of this forest and all, but the GPS doesn't work nowhere in here for miles and miles. I don't even know where it quit working. Not GPS. Well, that too, probably. No, if you had certain things, I believe that would work. But the phone had no service for miles. I went both directions. Just wanted to let people know I'm okay. You know, I'm not dead on the trip getting here from Long Island, because it was about 400 and some miles I rode yesterday. And but anyway, on my way out, I'll video the name of this area. There is a plenty of them down by the creek, where you can just camp and walk right down to the water behind you or whatever. And there's a few people camping at those, but I checked out a couple more, and they get used a lot more. And it's kind of hard to get a motorcycle down such a steep hill to get down to the level part at the creek, and I just didn't want to do with that. And so I rode and checked out some of these flat ones, but you'd be surprised. Some of these are so big that there'll be 3 and 4 campers pulled in them, and the grass looks mowed and it's not lumpy with this. I mean, the good ones are picked already. And they looked at me each time I went by, because I was looking between trying to decide which one. And I saw one that was like even better than this, but for some reason I wanted a little bit of green grass, you know. And so anyway, I've already had coffee. I'm started taking the camp down. Didn't even get dew on it last night, and but it was wet from when I got in that bad rain up in Maine. And then I had the rain had quit, but everything, like the tent, was still wet. The tarp that goes over the tent was wet. And so I'm letting it dry some more. It's pretty dry now, but I mean, I don't want to get that old musky smell. But anyway, I'm going ahead and kind of doing things up kind of slow and all, and then I'll video if I can. Might be too hard to make the bike stand straight where the sign is, but I'll take pictures of that. And I do know there's a sign. I saw it after I done came and found here. I came in the back way, so I didn't see a sign, and I saw a sign saying no roadside camping past this point. So that means what I'm doing here is what they do. They roadside camp here. I don't know how many days. I'm assuming you can stay at least 3. If it's the government woods, most time it's 15 days. 14 days. It's 2 weeks. So I'm not sure about all that, but I kind of want to ease out of here, because having some phone service is nice when you're trying to get a hold of people to let them know you're okay. Because I rode a lot of miles, and I rode in a lot of rain, and sometimes you just need to let people know that you're okay. If they getting in contact with you to find out if you're okay, and you don't get back in contact with them, then they say, well, he must not be okay. But I'm okay. All right, later. Well, I'm loaded up, and I'm pulling out. Here's the name of the area here in West Virginia, Lake Sherwood Recreation Area. And I can't read that. Anyway, it's a national forest. And just a little bit past that sign, or telling you about the national forest, right here it says no parking or roadside camping past this point. Well, it looks like I just got past it. I run, but anyway, from behind this, coming back this way where I'm standing, there's about 6 or 7 miles of just parking on the roadside or pulling down in places to camp. And they're always far enough apart, it seems, that you wouldn't hear nobody else unless they were screaming in the night. All right.